Hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? I apologize that everybody is just it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right. But everybody wanted me to well, not everybody, but a good majority of people wanted me to reset the wrenches. Of course, there was, some scenarios or whatever, little things that would take little fights that would take place or whatever, right? Don't want to dwell on that, but a lot of people wanted me to reset the wrenches, so yeah, me neither. I'm not interested in discussing it either. So, I gave wrenches to Chris and Faith. People seem to like them, right? And I had to give one to Tom because we started the channel together. I'll probably give Alex one right now, actually. And then that's it. That's it. And then we'll deal with it from there, right? So, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How is I don't know if you guys can hear me when I click off like that. Was there like a delay when I clicked off? If not, then that's a good sign too, because there was a few things that I was looking at. And I went through Romans again, right? Like I really like the book of Romans because really it really kind of brings out like I totally relate to Paul. I really relate to Paul when he desperately wants to do God's will. He wants do right, but his flesh is corrupt, right? And he understands that human part of himself, and so I understand his frustration on that, right? So I posted like something cool. I thought from there about to the community board about I'm paraphrasing, that it's important for the stronger or the more spiritually mature people, right, to um, really help the other ones grow. And so I tried to like say that in a few different ways, like over the past couple weeks, and I guess the rise above didn't catch on. I guess that now every time I say it pisses people off. So, and I get that, right? Who wants to hear that? And, because it's not about like right or wrong or whatever. It's just about it's like if you have the ability to jump over the hurdle, then, it's like, it's our job to do that, right? If we're unable to, then we can't expect someone to do it if they can't do it. And so that was the whole idea behind that. And I could probably get scriptures to back that up, but I like this better how Paul says it, that if you're strong, you just help the people that are weaker in spirit. It doesn't mean that they're weak people, right? It doesn't mean that they're weak mentally or emotionally or physically or whatever. It just means that there are some people that are um, spiritually in one spot, and there's some people that are spiritually in another spot. And it could be anybody, and it could take any amount of time. You know, there's some people that really get it fast. There's some people that it takes years and years and years to develop it. But if you have the ability to be empathetic and to rise above, right, then I don't know. That's just something I would do. And yeah, it's hard, right? Because if if another person isn't right, of course you don't want to give them the satisfaction of like, winning that for that moment, right? But it really says a lot about your character, right? Like other people will notice that. I mean, if you care what people think, I mean, over time it will come out that you're that type of person. It can, easily rise above that, right? And I almost hate saying that those two words together now because it's been made a dirty word or a dirty phrase now, but it is what it is. I mean, what can you do, What can you do? There's no good way to say it, There's no good way to say, hey, help somebody out that's hard to help out, or help somebody out that might be not the most grateful person in the world, or not the easiest person to get along with, or it's hard to pray for your enemy to win the lottery, right? To wish that they have everything in their life that you have in your life. It's hard, right? And in air quotes enemy, right? Like there are some enemies you don't pray for maybe like that, but I do all the way up into a very harsh degree. I mean, it's up to you how you decide to pray. That's a personal thing, but I know that I feel better if I want good things to happen for people I don't like. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll say it again, right? I feel better when I want things, when I want good things for people that I don't like. Because when they win, right, when they're out there and they achieve some kind of success, it doesn't give me a resentment, right? Because I want them to have success, right? So it only hurts you, right? If you can't forgive and wish for another person, right, to achieve things that you want in your life, right? And so I don't know, it's something that works for me. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I know one thing that really helps me in the morning is making a small gratitude list, a list of things that I'm grateful for, because it gets me thinking in the right direction, right? A lot of people when they wake up, they're thinking like, I got to go to work, I got to get gas, I got to do this, after school is practice, soccer practice, whatever, right? Like you have this list of things that you got to do and you're going over them in your head, right? And it gets you thinking kind of in a pattern, right? That, every day is the same pattern. We're creatures of habit, we're creatures of pattern, right? I know that you've seen many, many times, like certain people will come into your life, they'll say the exact same thing they said yesterday. They'll be playing the same horn that they played yesterday, right? And so we go in patterns, right? And so if in the morning you start with a gratitude list and think about all the things that you're grateful for that you don't normally think about, right? It really starts making you feel way better. I didn't play soccer, but my kids have practice, so I would say that that would be something. Yeah, I know. That would be something that I would have thought about, like, okay, they got soccer practice, it's not good or bad, but it's responsibility, right? And so I'm just saying that a lot of people, you wake up and you get flooded with all these thoughts, right? All these thoughts about the day or whatever. And so I start with like a little gratitude list, and then I think about God, right? The first person I talk to is God, and I want Him to set me right, not what I want. Like when I'm talking to another person, right? I'm not thinking about what's best for me. I'm thinking about what would be best for God, because He loves me and that other person. And so we're like in this life, right? We're so like programmed to wake up. We're the center of the world, and we make decisions that will make us happy. Which there's, according to the way the world is, there's really nothing, wrong with that. But there's a different way to be, and that's maybe empathetic and caring towards another person. The problem is you're not going to get a lot of people that feel that same way back to you, so it's going to be very one-sided, right? So you're going to have to find some kind of satisfaction in just doing the right doing the right thing, you know? Like, oh, okay, well, I've done the most that I can. I don't have to feel bad about anything. I've done everything I can for people. If my worst enemy came up to me, you know, um, or wrote me something or whatever, I would look at it, you know? And if they were sincere, I would, you know, give every opportunity to fix it, you know? Not saying that anybody's good or bad, but, you know, I think that God wants us to get along. And that was a tough concept for me to grasp, you know, because it's hard enough. Like, there's most people out there, they're not even responsible for themselves, let alone, you know, caring about anybody else. They don't even think about like their own half of what they got to do, you know. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. What did Cindy say? My daughter quit after she made a great save in front of the goal. Oh, oh wow, wow. We got hit in the face. Yeah, you know, soccer, I guess it's good for the kids, right? It's like good exercise. They're always running or whatever. And I think that that's a good way to. Oh, it's 30 years later and she's still mad about getting kicked in the face. Well, I mean, it was something memorable, right? I mean, I would remember that, right, for the rest of my life, getting kicked. I remember my mom, right, when I was a little kid, probably like I want to say I was like 3 or 4. It was before I would normally have memories, but I had a memory of this because of how harsh it was. I got hit in the face with a snowball and it cut my nose. I mean, it just split it wide open, and that might have been the first time I've ever bled. You know, before I don't know, I can't remember, but my face was like, oh man, it was bloody because my mom thought a snowball was soft, like like on TV. Because we live in California, so snow is not like nobody knew it was like a rock. You know, you pick it up and you throw it at somebody's face. It's like a rock because you only see it like on like TV, like in cartoons. You know, Charlie Brown. You know, like Charlie Brown's Christmas or whatever. It looks like a soft. It looks like it goes poof. You know, when you throw it at somebody. But yeah. So the only two youngest played. The older were already in their teens in the 70s, and so yeah. Plus the 70s was like really the first start of rebellion, right? You know, because 60s and 70s, right? Because before that, right, it was like the ward cleaver. Everybody be normal. Don't do anything that's not normal. You know, you'll embarrass the whole family if you know if you dye your hair red or something or blonde. Oh, it's shocking. You know, and then you got the some decades of rebellion or whatever, and it's a little different, right? Fight the power, right? But it's exactly what they wanted us to do. It's like they set up all these fights against, you know, like they set up all these fake fights for us to protest. You know, it's crazy how many layers deep these deceptions are. Really is crazy, you know. Praise Jesus, though. Praise Jesus for the ability to see that now, like exactly what's going on. Yeah, I guess you're right, Chris. It does depend on the type of snow. I mean, I know I've lived in states, man, where the snow is just so bad that it's a nuisance, you know. And we lived in a really poor county, like where they would run out of salt, like at a certain time of year, and they just didn't have the money in the budget to do it. And yeah, we would just be stuck sometimes. There was just nothing we could do. And I'd never seen like a town so poor in my life. You know, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. They didn't even have a bus. Like they didn't even have a bus that was like through the. I mean, it was really not that big of a town. It's like one road, you know, and everything was right off of that one road. but you would think there'd at least be a bus you could take, if you, you know what I mean? It was pretty bad, and sometimes they didn't have enough salt for the roads. So there was a guy that owned a hotel that, sometimes he'd have extra salt or whatever. I don't know, but it is what it is. But when you get hit in the face with a snowball, man, oof, it hurts. It is what it is, Chris, right? I mean, it's all this political stuff where people play so many games with money, right? That you don't know where everything's going. It's it really is at a point where you can't even figure it out. So much red tape, so many lies, so many you know, fake. Everything's fake. I don't know how to tell anybody anymore. It seems like a big scripted, uh, fake narrative, right? And nothing in the world is like you think it is. And it's like not only is the very top level, right, inverted and messed up, right? But it goes all the way down into the regular people, man. Like more than half of the people, in my opinion, right? I don't know how anybody else thinks, right? But I would say more than half affected somehow by this multi-generational occultism. And there's times where I have people around me that like I know what they are, but I don't say nothing, and I just sort of live with it. But I know, you know what I mean? It's something I hang on to. It would be hard for me to confront them like straight on because like I don't know. I'm pretty sure they know, you know. I don't see, and that's the thing. I wish I knew more about like what do the parents of like multi-generational occultic families, right? What do the parents tell the kids? Do they tell them that you could be saved, or they tell them you can't be saved, or what type of lies and programming have they heard, to where you read in the Bible, right, stories like when Jesus, the eunuch was with Jesus and the eunuch got baptized. You know, I think that's like amazing, right? So anybody can do it, right? The Bible says precedence for all this stuff, right? And so anybody that wants to break free of occultism, right? As long as you're still breathing, right? Thief on the cross, then you have a chance to be saved. Good morning, BB. How you doing? Yes, yes. I haven't drank coffee in a while, but I definitely get the sentiment. Once in a while I have an Excedrin, and that feels pretty good. It has caffeine in it. But yeah, I almost want to I want everyone to know that they can make it. And I wonder why there are people that don't want to make it. Like, why are there people that know that the Bible is true, but they don't want to be saved? I don't get that. You know, I don't know why. Because it would be just right in time. I mean, as forgiving as God is, right? And everyone, becomes a new creature, right? A new creation. As soon as you believe and God forgives you of everything, right? And you start over new as a whole new person. Born again, right? Born of the Spirit. And it's a beautiful thing, right? It's like a total reprieve. And I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Like I wonder if like there's another set of brainwashing that goes on, that they're told something different, that they can't cross over, or they have an allegiance to some other people or something, or they're afraid to take that leap of faith. you know It's hurtful to think about that. Yeah, they say there's going to be a solar flare, but I don't understand. Like, number one, right? If you look at the sun, it's not like a ball on fire like like you see on these CGI footage, right? And then not only that, but if there's no air in space, right? If there's no medium, right? How would it travel? How would it travel to 93 million miles, right? And then what would it burn on its way? I mean, it's got to burn something, right? There's just too many things to reconcile to even remote to for even that to be reasonable. Yeah, it's just well, if they kill the power camo, right? I thought about that, right? Are they going to kill the signal, right? The online signal and kill the power? And while that would be um hard for people to get over, right? Hard for people to deal with. I think they want us connected to this internet. And there would be an influx of pirated, people like hackers being able to get on the server and get people on there in a way that's not controlled by them. And so I wonder if they're willing to do that, if they really are going to cut the power, or if that's just some kind of threat just to keep you worried. Who knows, right? And so, oh, Camo's up here somewhere. There he is. And so, yeah. Oh, okay. So Project Zephyr. Okay, I'll check it out. And I'll see what that's about. You have a link to that, Camo? If you do, put it in the thing or send it to me. I would be you shooting these pulses and all that. But then you're like, well, who is against who? They're all in cahoots. I mean, yeah, they might pit their soldiers versus our soldiers, but all the leaders are in cahoots, man. They're all on the same team. They're not going to fight each other. It would just, if there is a war between two countries, it's just, our people versus their people. That's the way I see it. I don't know, but I mean, there's just too much money involved with things like that. Unless, there's people that, I don't know, maybe there's deals, being made behind closed doors about people just taking stuff. Who knows, right? Yeah, that's it. Be prepared by preparing your heart for Jesus. He will provide you with direction. Absolutely. Absolutely. But like the more you hey, how you doing, Rose? Oh, so good to see you. I'm glad. Let me say hi to everybody. I forgot to say hi to people. Uh I did. Maybe it's too late here. Hey, Sheila's here, Alex is here, Klutz is here, um, Chris is here, Mitch is here, Michigander, Cindy's here, Yaswell Soaring, great to see you, and Alex again. Oh, James chapter 1, verse 27, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affection, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. That's one of the only times that religion is in the Bible, right there. Is for widows and for orphans. Chris again. All right. Do. Anybody else slide in here? Let me see where we're at. I'll never get this. I'll never understand how they do this. BB came in. Hey, BB. And Crabby Cat. How you doing? And all right, Camel's here. And all right, Game Over 2 is here, and their frac just slid in here too. And Rose is here. Oh, I'm glad to see all you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody seems to slide in at 20 minutes, you know? Like that seems to be like the peak. Everybody gets the notification and it's like, oh, I'll check it out. Because that happens to me too sometimes where I'll even be looking forward to a stream and I'll get like a notification when I get there. It's already 20 minutes into it, you know, by the time I even get there. So it's weird how they do these, these notifications. I wonder if there's a way to do it where, a couple of them go out, but I wonder if that'll get annoying, you know? Yeah, I haven't, I don't even know where I know Game Over 2 from, you know? Like, I've only seen him around a couple times, but I've seen a couple videos over there. But, I'm glad everybody's here, you know? I'm glad everybody's here. And so, yeah, I mean, sorry about all the wrenches and stuff. Hey, if this doesn't work out, right, the way it is right now, because there was like so many of you that I could easily. I wanted to give a wrench to everyone again. I was like giving out wrenches, and I was like, I want everyone to have one still. And so it wasn't easy, you know. But everyone had been asking me to do it. So anyway, I've been asked. People didn't want to talk about it, so I won't talk about it. But if it doesn't work, I'm sure it would be easy for me to just give it all back. I don't care. But yeah, subscribe to BB. She does a pretty good job of like clipping out like things that they do, right? And it's really like using their own words against them, you know? Things that just make you shrug your head, you know? Shake your head and shrug your head. Things that make you shake your head and shrug, you know? And I think that that's valuable because, like, none of us want to watch the news, right? But we want to get those clips, you know? We want to see those, the stuff that's important to us, right? And it's good to have a channel where it's clipped out like that. It's important work, I think. hmm And if any of you guys want to put your channel in there that you want to like have people subscribe, I'm all for that. Go ahead, you know. And then it's good to like kind of subscribe to each other. That way, when we put out stuff, like it's easy to share with each other. Especially if like one of the bigger channels goes down or whatever, then we can all still share with each other. You know. Oh, that laminin one. Have you seen that? The laminin. How great is our God? Oh my God, that was so good, man. But it seems like is there more videos from that same guy, or you know what I mean? That because that was so awesome. What's up, Yo Mama? How you doing? Yeah, there's a couple of you that if you guys want to email me, at goodservant22 at gmail.com anytime you want to email me. I like keeping in contact with people. It's good to have good rapport with everybody to find out who's real, like there's so many people. Like I remember before, right? I would always be wondering like, man, is that person even real, right? Or because you never know who's who, right? They put an avatar up. It could be anybody, man. It could be anybody. Just saying whatever anonymously, you know. And so I think it's important to like, you know, find out who's real. Because like one thing I've learned, right, is that there's very few people out there that could, say I'm sorry, or there's very few people out there that could, uh, you know, um, move, forgive and move on, right? Or say that, hey, I was wrong or whatever. It's very rare you see that, right? Um, People don't like to do that. They don't like to admit any wrongdoing at all, and it's rare that you find that kind of personality out there, especially online. I would think that it's probably worse online. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's probably worse online just due to the like anonymity part of it, right? Because some people don't even ever show their face. They just, and fair enough, they could do whatever they want, but they put up their, avatar could be anything, could be a, coffee mug, whatever, right? And they're just, that's it. But, it is what it is. But yeah, if any of you haven't seen that laminin video, I thought that was really good. I saw that years ago. It was like, it shows like it's like a protein that, isn't it? It's like a protein that holds, I forget what it holds together. It holds certain cells together, but it's shaped exactly like a cross, And it's the video is called "How Great Is Our God?" Laminin, but it's a very mainstreamy kind of thing. About millions of hits. So it is what it is, right? But I thought it was good, and so yeah. Oh, it's happy. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Yayo Mama. Wow, that's exciting. I know there was another person in here that had a birthday. I don't know if she wants me to say it, but there's a couple birthdays going on. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes, some anonymous person had another birthday. Shoot, my birthday is just another day now. Oh, it's not your birthday? What? People playing games, man. Yeah, Cindy's was Thursday. I wasn't gonna say anything, Cindy. Nowadays, people use that against you. Oh, I got her birthday. I better write it down. Blue team, go. Blue team. We got her birthday. Everybody, use caution when approaching. Everybody, use caution when approaching. We have the birthday. Oh, you erased your happy birthday comment. That's so funny. I know. Why? Why did? How did that even start? Why did you even say that about about Yayo Mama that there's a birthday? Yeah, I don't even think about birthdays anymore. It's like it's whatever, right? And I mean, I would just be getting another year older. Who cares? You know? But inside I don't feel like that much grown. I mean, in some ways I do. In some ways I feel mature, but in some ways I don't. I still feel like I'm kind of a kid. And sometimes I get treated like a kid sometimes. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, just another day. I guess like my favorite age though, if I had to say it, was when I was 35 because I was still kind of good looking still and I wasn't as stupid as I was when I was in my 20s. Even though when I was in my 20s it was better like you know, but I didn't like that I was not that smart and well, I mean I was, but I mean in a different way, right? Where you think you know everything and you're naive, right? What a cringy time to, it's like those late teen years and the early 20s. It's hard to get through that. Oh, what is that? I Am the Storm. Is that like a movie or something? I just remember being dumb when I was in my 20s, taking all kinds of risks, you know? And I think back on it like, man, why wasn't I more scared, you know, at that time? Why was I so bold everywhere I went? I guess when you get older, you start thinking about like mortality or whatever. I mean, now I don't care, but there was a time where like staying alive was a priority, you know, like the ultimate priority. But then, like, when you find out that God is for real, you're like, oh man, now who cares now? Shoot, send me to send me to God right now. There's other things worse than dying for sure. Oh, it fell on your birthday? Oh my God, that sucks. Yeah, the whole nine. Oh, so hey, so what is the whole nine? Like, what's the whole nine narrative? What is that? I never heard of that. Oh, you believed the whole nine. I get it. I get it. Good. Yeah, that's a good way to write it. That's a good way to write it because I barely could just decipher it. I didn't decipher it at first. That's pretty cool. Thanks for doing that, for putting that in there like that. I know they do comb the chats, but I don't know how strict they are with it, you know. But I know certain things do trigger it. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, once you get older, yeah, you start like looking at things different, you know. But then once you like start with the truth movement, right? There's no going back, right? Everything that like, I mean, it sucks in one way because like you're not excited about anything anymore because you know how amazingly fake it is, you know. But you know, at least it's better to know than to not know, right? Yeah. I mean, I used to be like when I was younger, I would think that people are watching me, you know, put tape on the camera and all this other crap, right? But now I know, I mean, I just accept it. They're watching. If they want to look at me, whatever. I don't care. You know, if there's a way they could activate my camera and stare at me, you know, I mean, I don't like authorize it or consent to it, but you know, if that's something that they do and they can do, then whatever. I don't care. That's their problem, you know. It's better than thinking about it, wasting my energy. You know, I can't think of like how that could hurt me in any way. I know it. Yeah, but do you think I think there's people working in those buildings though. You don't think, Alex? I mean, I'm pretty sure there were, right? People going in and out of there all the time. How could they just be hollow? Unless there's like a way that they put them up, right? And convince like there's a way you can like put a spell and like convince people that they were always there. Yeah, I mean, oh, that day for sure. For sure. Yeah, Alex, for sure. I think there was only a couple of floors open because of all the construction they were doing anyway, right? It was like just the financial floors, right? And you know, like most people got warnings for that, especially the top dogs or whatever. I mean, we're talking like secretaries and they were probably making 100 grand a year. Yeah. Oh, were there art students doing art in there? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, yeah. There's people in there setting up, setting up stuff. You know, it's a shame, man. It really is a shame. What I never thought people would be capable of doing something like that. You know, and I guess you have to think of it as being possible before you can believe it, right? Like, I just couldn't imagine if you were like elected into office to help people, right? That you could do something like that. But then, like when you get older and you realize what it all is, right? That it takes a lot of money to run for president. You were probably picked from like when you were a kid, and they like raised you to be that. It takes over $1 billion to run for president now. There's no way that some random person is running. They all know each other. They're all in the same team. They're probably all related in the same family. Same thing with all the celebrities, probably all it's like all the children from the elite families. Yeah. It's just so crazy, man. I never thought that life could ever be like this. No, I mean, it is what it is, right? And, I guess like once you accept it, there's a way to find peace with it, especially if you know that God has made a place for us, right? And that salvation is offered to everybody, right? It makes you feel better about it. But it does make you think like, okay, well, whatever is happening on earth, that's done. Like there is no fixing it. There is no overcoming it. Like it is what it is, like the only way out of it, I guess, would be you'd have to get rid of all of the top leadership everywhere. And that would just probably take too much cooperation, I think, from too many sheep. And I think that people are probably affected differently by like the chemicals in the water and the food and all that. Like maybe some people are affected by it and some people aren't. And at different degrees, right? Yeah. Or what's weird is that you like know the words to songs you've like sang your whole life, right? And then you go back and you like really think about what it's about, and you're like, oh wow, was it always about like the devil, man? Like, were these songs always about um this, or you wonder like how much of it is the strong delusion that God put here for people, and how much of it is like that we were deceived, our whole lives growing up. I know it's a mix and mash, right? But it's like, wow, man, like we were. Thank you, Cindy, for saying that, because like it seems like they're all about the devil, man. All these songs, and or it's about God, or the fallen angels or whatever, right? Like I thought Stairway to Heaven was like a song, like maybe it was about God or something, but it's really about the Tower of Babel, them building the Tower of Babel to go fight God. The Stairway to Heaven, like they were actually making one. And it's weird, right? Because you like so like you think some of these songs are like, oh, okay, it's a good song. It's kind of religious, kind of sounds like it's about God. And then, oh yeah, 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 plus Tavistock and all that, Cindy. Yeah, like there's so many bands are created. Because like I was thinking about that one time, like I was like, man, I know like probably 20 people personally that sing better than Miley Cyrus. Like it's about how who you know and how connected you are, right? And what family you're from. I mean, every once in a while you end up with like a super talented person, right? That really has talent, and you're like, okay, Justin Bieber probably would have made it anyway, right? Or like Michael Jackson or whatever, something like that. But but there's a lot of people that just they make them into stars, right? And they can do just what everyone else in the world can do. Nothing special. It brings peace knowing the truth, yeah, but it does hurt But like, what did Jesus say, right? The truth will make you free. And that's so true, right? Because we're free to, um, we know the way out, right? And if to me, the best part about it, right, is that it's offered to everybody. Everybody can have it and everybody can start whenever they want. And they become something new. So it's not like, how like there was the parable where the landowner kept picking up people to work in the field, and he picked up the people at the very beginning, and then a couple hours later he picked up more people, and then a couple hours later he picked up more people, but at the end of the day he paid them all the same, right? And uh they were like, well, we've been here longer than them. And it's the landowner's business what he wants to do, right? And God gives us all the same. Like if you show up right now, or if you have been like a devoted believer your whole life or whatever, you get into the kingdom, right? It's not about being better than anybody else, right? It's about confessing Jesus as Lord, right? And believing in the sacrifice. And you know, I just want to live my life to make him happy. Yeah, that video was just depravity, wasn't it? I mean, and I grew up during like Madonna's time, which was pretty out there at the time. You considered pretty racy or whatever. But Miley Cyrus brings it to a new level, man. She's got a bad energy, man. There's something about her that's just unappealing. I feel bad for her. Like, I want everybody to find God. Yeah, there's worth always. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, your mama. You're absolutely right. There is a theme, right? There is patterns, right, that you can see taking shape. It is what it is. I'm gonna round out, guys. Man, it was a great oh, what's going on at work, man? I'll stay on for Joel's announcement. What's going on at work? What's crazy? Yeah, it gets more and more depraved. It does. Vengeance is the Lord's. That's right. That is right. We could just chill, and he's gonna take care of it. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, he'll never, like, he's so faithful. I mean, God will never let us down. That's the best part. Uh-oh, he said there's how many, there's what? Are you serious? They're just like, you gotta be kidding me, Joel. Don't you work for like you design houses or something like that? Oh my God, you're gonna get in a fist fight with somebody? Don't do that. Wow, man, that is unbelievable that could just even be a dude. This world is not long, man. There's no way. There's no way that this world is gonna keep going the way it is. There's just no way, man. This thing is over. Yeah. Oh, really? They do it really, Camo? Oh, I don't know about that, yo, mama. I'd be afraid. I wouldn't want any of that to rub off on me. Are you kidding me? They're taking the day off? Oh, don't say that. Don't say that, Joel. You know about what they're gonna do? You need to go to the police with that, man. Or make an attempt to like I mean, I wouldn't be able to live with knowing that kind of stuff, you know? It's like who do you run to, huh? Who do you even run to anymore? Yeah, are you sure they're not like messing with you? Oh wow, man. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to make it through the day with that, you know. But I mean, it's easy to say that, but you're in the position, right? So, hey, I mean, would you be willing to like try to like minister to them, you know? Try to like talk to them about talk to them about Jesus? You never know. Like I've heard of stories people just change, like they do a complete 180 and it's like amazing, you know? I've always wanted to see that kind of thing happen in front of me, you know, somebody just like gets saved like right there, you know. I've always wanted to see that type of miracle, you know, or somebody that's real horrible, like just you know, just accept God right there and just have their life change. Yeah, but if you film that kind of thing, I mean, I wouldn't be able to. Oh my God, man, I don't even know how I would deal with that. Oh, yo, mama, come on. You guys are getting out of hand. I know. I'm with you, BB. I know. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna round out. Joel, if you need me, you have my number, right? I'm available to you if you need me. And I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. And all glory to God, right? And you know, pray for the children.